Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, sirs, ladies, children, gentlemen, whoever watching this. Just a very quick recap. Started the shooting hobby approximately 3 to 4 weeks now, so I'm still new, still getting the gear, having no idea, so to speak. Rundown, recommendations. Right, so at the present moment, if you think about getting into air rifles for plinking, target shooting, pest control, or anything like that, do your revision. Look around, ask people questions, go to your local clubs. So I went to a couple of clubs and I've started staying at the Rochdale Air Rifle Club. Very nice people, fantastic members, go out of the way to help you, can't fault them whatsoever. Speak to them, speak to other people about your thoughts, your ideas. I was going to get a certain rifle which majority of the people told me not to get ever, so it saved me a fair bit of money. Sorry for the banging in the background, I'm doing my day job at the moment. I'm a truck driver, so they're unloading me. So I ended up purchasing a Air Arms S410 carbine version with a ultralight stock, green stock. Lovely. That came with a Hawk, I think it was 9x13, 8x13 scope. Reticule was superb, bang on, considering I've got problems with my eye. The zoom wasn't great at 35, 40, 50 meters or yards. So luckily I ended up paying a Citron S3, which was a 10x50x60. Now that is a fantastic scope. It's chalk and cheese. Love it to bits. So that's my goal in the next week or two, is to persevere with that, trying to get it sighted, getting it set up as I want it. I've also purchased some different types of pellet sample packs to see what they're like, because who knows, you know, there might be one what's the rifle likes most. Moment I'm using GSB Field 177, which is, let me think now, 4.52s size. I've purchased from a company called iHunter, or iHunt, online, some sample packs. I've also purchased a pack of 177 4.50 Hades, because I couldn't find 4.52 Hades, just to see if they can be used, if they're any good. Newbie, you see. Spend and see which one, you know, feels better. What else? Yeah, I've also, for a couple of Christmas presents from me to me. Saw a hide. Is it hide? Hide from Temu. It was a fully concealed hide with 270 degrees visibility. It's supposed to pop up 2 to 3 people hide. I don't know, it's still on its way, so once I get that I'll do a video about it. I bought a tripod to hold my rifle and a tripod head unit from Temu. Don't know if they're any good, you know. There's an old saying in it, buy cheap, you know, you buy again, don't you? Who knows, you know. I looked at this and, you know, I thought it was decent, but it could be complete garbage and it could go straight in the bin maybe. Learn by my mistakes and my lessons. So I've also been looking on YouTube about building some squirrel feeders. So if I get a chance and permission to go shooting in some people's areas, I'll have some feeders made. So that's my project for the winter time, to build a couple of squirrel feeders. With that said and that in my head, if there's anybody who's watching this in the Oldham, Middleton, Rochdale area who would like to give me permission to shoot in their land for vermin control, i.e. rats, pigeons, squirrels. I believe if you're having issues with your wildlife being attacked or something, I believe you can do crows or jackdaws as well. I'm not sure, I need to look into that. But I will be looking for 2026 permissions to do some shooting. So please get in touch if you've got some land or some information, or you know somebody. I would be very much appreciated. On that note, if you are a person who's got ferrets, owls, kestrels, hawks, who would be interested in the wild game I'll be having if I shoot any, for feeding your pets stroke animals, as in ferrets or whatever, please leave a comment and a message, and I will very much like to get in touch with you, because otherwise they'll be going to the tip and it'd be a shame not to feed somebody else's pets with vermin. There's a lot of things going through my head at the moment, and with a day job driving, I try and sort things out in my head very quickly and very easily, but obviously you can't for everything. It's mind-blowing, some of the things you get to work out, as in different pellets, like different barrels on guns, so different weights. You've also got to be aware that you've got to be below your sub 12 no matter what pellet weight you're using. Maintenance. So I acquired a pull-through cleaning kit. Got told of equipment to use for it, like swatches and oil. I purchased a 7 kilo, is it 7 kilo? Air tank, so I can fill up on the go. That's another challenge in your brain. You've got to get one what is tested for 5 years. If you get one giving you still got to get it tested for 5 years, because potentially, you know, if it's got issues, you can do a lot of damage to you, property or whatever. So you got to be safe. Then you got to fill it up. If your canister, I've been told, never let your canister go down to virtually no pressure, because it's a complete pain to get it pumped up, filled up. The aluminium ones do have a shelf life because it perishes internally, so I opted for a proper diver's tank, weighs a ton. There's, like I said, there's quite a lot of things you gotta do, consider, control. If you are intending to do some vermin control, don't just go out and start plinking at them. This is my opinion. You got to make sure you kill the animals humanely, you know, so that's heart, lung or headshot. You know, you don't want an animal to run away in absolute pain and agony and die a painful death somewhere else. It's not practice. It's not nice, you know. So practice, and a little bit more practice after that. Get your sights lined up, get your targets lined up, work out what to do if you're, you know, 40 yards, 30 yards, 25 yards, so you have to set your scopes up accordingly. And then you've got to then be able to dispose of the carcasses, i.e. take them to a tip or somebody who needs them for anything else, but you can't just leave them on the field. You know, it's not ethical, because that would encourage other vermin, like, you know, possibly foxes or something like that, or badgers, or, you know, badgers aren't vermin. I'm waffling here. So this was just a very, very quick brain teaser in my head, what's been going around in my head. I've got the rifle, tick. I've got the scope alike, tick. Playing with ammunition, it's looking like I've got the right stuff, so it's a half tick. If I want to shoot when it's darker, I'm going to have to find an alternative, either add-on or a night scope. Do I want to use the same rifle? At the moment, I'm going to have to do, but maybe in the long run I might have to get a second rifle just for that side. One rifle I have looked at and I do really, really like the look of, but it's so far out of my price range at the moment it makes me nose bleed, is the Daystate Wolverine. Looks absolutely phenomenal. And the fact that it's got a nice big air canister at the front, so you know you've got a decent amount of shots as well. If anybody's got a Daystate Wolverine they'd like to donate me, oh, it'd be like heaven, it'd be Christmas, but I doubt it very much. Then it's either the, you know, night scope. Well, for some strange reason, and I don't know why, is it Zulus 820 at 520 is making me feel a little bit that's the route I'm going for. But that's next year. I'm not rushing it. So my goals: practice, and keep getting me shooting tuned, keep getting me eye and my headrest and everything else lined up, so I'm constantly hitting the target. And then next year, with any luck, you'll start seeing a few hunt videos, if I can get permission to go places. Big if. Question for you lot: how would you get permission to go shooting? Do you have to have a contract, written contract? Is it a gentleman's contract where you just say yeah, or do you have to have something on paper? That's question number one. Question number two: if you do have carcasses to get shut off once you start shooting, and you haven't got anybody who wants some for feeding ferrets or whatever, kestrels or owls or anything like that, do you just take them to the local tip and dispose of them, or do you have to get permission? That's question number two. Question number three: uniform, gear, clothing. Any recommendations? Is it hiking boots, Wellingtons? Is it bib and brace? Is Jack Pike any good? Is it just, or go out and go to an ex-military stockist and get some military gear? The problem I've got is I'm not a small size, so I find it very difficult to get gear to fit. So that's question number three: clothing, gear. And finally, question number four: I would like to get a scope cam fitted so you can actually see what I'm shooting. Obviously, if I get a Zulus or a Apex, they'll have a SD card so you can record in situ, but at the present moment it'll be my Citron. So has anybody used any scope cams, and have they got any recommendations? So that's it for today. Just a quick comment, questions, brain teasers in my little brain to try and get things so I've not forgot anything. Like and subscribe. Please put a thumbs up. It helps with the YouTube search engines and everything else, and it also, I believe, stops encouragement of keyboard warriors who say I don't like, dislike, and it damages your YouTube channel. Obviously, vermin pest control is not for everybody, and there will be comments coming up on the videos prior to that, so I'm trying to make it so people are aware of it, but I've not done it yet, so it's not an issue. Anything else? No. Right then, so like and subscribe, please follow, thumbs up, any comments, please leave a message or get in touch with me. If you like to sponsor me, donate You can also get in touch. At the present moment, I've just been sponsored by BMS Car Accessories Shop in Shaw, just to help me with running cost of my vehicle. Fantastic people. Any car requirement needs, please go to that the shop on Milner Road in Shaw, and not only will they get the parts for you, but they're very, very helpful. I hope to see you soon. If I get chance, I'll do some more videos before Christmas, but as Christmas gets closer and closer, I have less time. But look forward to seeing you. Be safe, be good, be careful, support all the people who are lonely, elderly. These weather's getting cold, you know. Keep an eye on your neighbours. If there's anybody frail, keep in touch. Doesn't cost anything, doesn't affect you whatsoever, but it's nice just to keep in contact with your neighbours. They might not see anybody for months, weeks, you know, if they're on their own. Weather's bad, so they'll stay in. You know, it's nice to socialise. Don't let your elderly neighbours or people you know are on their own suffer on their own. You know, it's nice to help and support, and who knows, might do you a world of good as well for your mental health. You know, once again, like, subscribe, look forward to seeing you. Ta-ra.